Hey, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and today we're going to go out and ride some dual sports. So normally, you get to see me on my DR650, and I'm going to start out on this bike today, but halfway through the ride, Jordan's going to swap with me and let me ride his KLR650. Now, I called it a KLR650, but in reality, it's a 685. He just put a 685 big bore kit on it. If you don't know what that is and you want to know more about that, you can go over to his channel. There'll be a link to that down below as well as up top, and probably a card at the end even, and check out Dempsey's Adventures, and you can see about his 685 and the other kinds of stuff he does on dual sport bikes and some of his adventures. So Jordan, anything you want to tell us about this 685?
So yeah, this is actually my 5th KLR650 that I've owned. Like Mike said, this is a 685 big bore kit. Just to sum it up, some of these KLRs are known to burn oil. This one was an oil burner. The 685 kind of gets rid of that and some other things. But this bike has full exhaust under it, full aftermarket suspension. I mean, this thing is set up for, you know, adventure rides, dual sport rides. It does highway, it does off-road. And I'm actually excited to see Mike ride this for a change. He'll be one of the very few people I let ride one of my favorite bikes I've ever owned.
Well, and Jordan will be riding a 2x4 on top of a DR650 because this baby over here still has the stock seat.
So that is one thing I forgot about your bike already, is my bike does have an aftermarket seat that's wider. So, you know.
That trade time's going to be getting shorter already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right, so we're going to get on the road and we'll go do some riding, and then we'll come back and tell you some more about the bikes and how our adventures went today. All right, this thing is tall. Wow, that's the first thing I felt or noticed. So, my very first time riding a KLR. And there goes Jordan cutting up on my DR. So yeah, it's a beautiful December day out here in Missouri. It's about 70 degrees. I'm wearing one of these armored flannels and a t-shirt. I feel awesome. It's very warm. But yeah, man, I'm rolling around on, this is actually a KLR 685 big bore kit, my very first KLR ride. And it's definitely, compared to the DR, a lot taller. Doesn't feel quite as throttle responsive as my DR does, but maybe I'm in too high to gear. Or maybe that's just the difference in the throttle response. We'll see what Jordan thinks after he gets off my DR, you know, in comparison. No, I'm not in too high a gear, because when I downshift, I'm down in a lower gear. But I definitely could say that, you know, it's got a windscreen and it's got a tack, and this bike is definitely set up more for the highway style riding of the adventure series than the DR650. The DR650 is, in my opinion, from my experience already, much more of a dirt bike that you can ride on the highway, and this is more of a true design to be both. You know, it's designed that you can get it off on the dirt, but that you can run it down the highway. You can run the DR down the highway, but it's not really, I don't think, intended for that to be the majority of its use. Not from what I see. Jordan already said getting on the DR makes him want to do wheelies and stuff like that. On this bike, he doesn't want to do that. This bike is quite a bit heavier than my bike. He's got, you know, racks on it and luggage and things like that. And mine's pretty naked. I've got a tank bag on it and a little duffel bag kind of thing strapped on the back. And other than that, mine's pretty well stock and stock weight. We're about to run out of pavement up here, and we're going to see what it's like to ride this thing on the gravel. Now, I've rode the DR on quite a bit of gravel, so I know how it feels. I rode it recently out and did a video of why I bought the DR. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link to that up here, and you can check that out. And I rode quite a bit of gravel that day to do that video and to get to that place. So hopefully I can give you a good comparison of what I think. So back to the KLR, man. I'm out here on gravel. It doesn't feel bad. I'm probably being a little cautious. This is Jordan's bike, and it is a little tall for me. I'd have to say, if it was going to be my regular bike, I'd probably have to do a lowering kit on it, as I'm kind of tippy-toeing it when I stop and stand. Now, I know this road, so Jordan rides a lot more dirt and off-road than I do. He's probably a lot more comfortable going a little faster than I am, but I know how people are out here. This is not a wide road. If you can tell, it's pretty much a one-laner, and you get over on the side to get around somebody, and you can squeeze two through. But the way people drive on gravel roads and stuff, you got to be careful. You come around the corner and there's a guy in the middle of the road going 40 or 50 mile an hour out here on the gravel. So I don't want to run into anybody head on his bike especially. He's probably slowing down for me there. But it feels stable. I mean, I don't feel like there's anything wrong here. I mean, I'm trucking along 35, 40 mile an hour. And if I wasn't worried about traffic, I might be willing to drive it a little faster than that, but I probably feel like I'm out of my wheelhouse there. I'm not afraid of speed, but I also don't want to tear up somebody else's motorcycle, you know, riding faster than I'm capable of. And I just really haven't rode. I only got the DR this spring, so I really haven't rode a lot of dirt and off-road yet. I've got some stuff I want to do to it this winter that's going to get it set up more for me to do more of that next year, and we're going to be bringing more videos of that next year. Jordan's done a lot more adventure style riding than me. I hit neutral there instead of second. So he's a lot more familiar with KLRs and DR650s, and if you're in that kind of content, make sure you do go check out his channel. I really appreciate Jordan letting me have the opportunity to ride his bike. This is not something he just lets anybody do. So if you guys can show him a little love, I tell him you appreciate him sharing his ride with me on my channel. I'd really, appreciate that. So have you guys ever rode a KLR or a DR650? And if you've rode both, which one did you like better and why? If I was going to be, if I could only have one of the two bikes, and that was the only bike I was going to have, I think I would probably choose the KLR, because it does seem to be probably better designed for highway usage. But in my case, the DR is my second bike. I have a highway bike. I have a Street Glide, and I'm putting my old Dyna Lowrider back together, so I'll have a light end cruiser as well as my tour bike, and then I got a dual sport. So probably, my next bike that I would want to own outside that's going to have to be something different, like a naked bike, like maybe the new Triumph Trident. I think that's a pretty damn cool bike. Now we'll see what Harley's going to release here on January 19th for their new lineup, and if there's anything interesting in that. But the Pound America is a 1250cc, and it's going to be an expensive bike, and I don't need a dual purpose bike that's that expensive and that well equipped. For me, the dual purpose bike is probably something I'm riding once or twice a month, not something I'm riding every day. Jordan, I don't think owns a car. I think this is, his daily rider, his daily transportation. So he needs a bike that he can take off and go to Texas with, as well as something he can take off and go down to the creek with, like we just did. Well, there he went, popping wheelies on my DR650. All right, this first KLR ride video has turned out to be longer than I thought it would be, and I know a lot of people don't have time to watch more than 10 minutes at a time on a YouTube video, so we're going to cut this off here. There will be a part 2. Once it comes out, there'll be a link to it in the description down below in case you're not watching these videos real time when they're released. And as always, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you do that YouTube thing, check out the content on my channel, and if you dig it, you can hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to ring the bell to be notified the next time I drop a new video. And as always, thank you for your support, stay safe, and keep on riding.